Sudan? Why am I hearing about Sudan today? Why should I care? It seems like it's so far away. I don't understand what's going on, but there are a lot of things going on in Sudan with international implications. And since you don't know and I don't know, let's talk to the expert. Joining us now, Editor-in-Chief of Foreign Desk, Lisa Daftari. Lisa, okay, Sudan, it's way over there in Africa or something. Why do I care what's going on?
Yeah, you make a great point. We would not be hearing about this if this were any, off the charts African nation that does not have gold mines, does not have a geographic significance to the big players. And here we are with Sudan, of course, Russia, China, the United States, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, all having a lot of interest in what happens and how this pans out in Sudan.
Okay, well, why are we evacuating our embassy? What's going on there? People don't know anything about factions or civil wars or anything. What is happening there today?
Right. So just to break it down really quickly, Sudan has an interim government. It is being controlled by the military, the Sudanese Free Army. There's also the RSF, which is the Response Action Army, and they are supposed to integrate, to work together. And in the last year and a half, they have been trying to work together to see where they need to agree on things, where they need to compromise on things. And it just seems like these two generals both want their themselves to be the future of the nation, and they cannot come to a compromise. So instead of coming to this compromise regarding integration, where they will be, the two militaries are now fighting each other. And of course, that death toll rising, almost hitting 200 as of this morning. And of course, what are we concerned about? The evacuations, because we know what happened in Afghanistan. We do not want a repeat of what happened in Afghanistan. There are 18,000 plus American citizens who are registered as being in Sudan. Over the weekend, those citizens were told not to come to the embassy. They were told to shelter in place. Also over the weekend, helicopters coming in and taking out the embassy personnel. Again, the citizens being told to shelter in place. So what gives? Why won't we evacuate these individuals? What are we waiting for? As of this morning, the State Department being pressed as to why these individuals are not being evacuated. And we were told that it is too dangerous for us to conduct evacuations right now. And the best thing for these individuals to do, despite the fact that the personnel from the embassy were evacuated, the best thing to do for these citizens will be to shelter in place. So we're continuing to keep an eye on this. The Foreign Desk, my publication, we reached out directly to the State Department as well, and we were told the same thing, that over the weekend they were told not to evacuate. They were told not to go to the embassy, and they're continuing with that protocol as of this hour.
Grief. Here was John Kirby from Today talking about that.
I want to push back on this idea that there's 16,000 Americans who want to get out. We don't have firm estimates of the exact number of Americans, citizens who are in Sudan. They don't have to register with us. They don't have to tell us that they're there. We think the vast majority of these American citizens in Sudan, and they're not all in Khartoum, are dual nationals. These are people who grew up in Sudan, who have families there, work there, businesses there, who don't want to leave. So I think we need to be careful about that number.
Okay, Lisa, that sounds like another cover-up from an administration that doesn't have any plans on asserting its authority and protecting its citizens. Am I nailing that about right?
Yes, that's about right. Look, he may be right in the fact that they don't want to leave, but what if they do? And what about the individuals that they do? Even 1, 10, 15, 100 of them. Look, I was told the number 18,000. They're working with the number 16,000. There may be many more than that. To his point, they're not all registered. So why are we assuming that there are fewer than and not more than? So, and again, maybe they want to come out and maybe they don't. But why don't we have some sort of standard in place, particularly given this administration's failures in Afghanistan? Now, the talking point that I've been repeating this morning, like ad nauseum, is that we are up against an election year. We are farther from Afghanistan. This administration has to work with the failures of Afghanistan. So I do believe they will move quickly to correct this, because they are moving backwards this morning. All of these talking points, when John Kirby comes out onto the podium, when the State Department refers media outlets like my own and others to these talking points, This is damage on their foreign policy, continued damage on the foreign policy, continuing not to have protocols in place to keep our national security and our assets safe. They woke up this morning without a plan, and now all these questions are coming into play. The point is there may be 16,000 and there may be 16, but what are we going to do? And they will have to move very quickly to come up with a plan, because again, they have the stains of Afghanistan, the horrors of Afghanistan on their foreign policy track record. They don't want Sudan to be another Afghanistan.